Yo, what up YouTube? My name is Nishant. I'm a 7th grade science teacher. I teach here in the Inland Empire. And I'm turning my classroom into a game. If you're interested in seeing what that looks like, there's a playlist below. Click on that, you'll get more information. This video, in particular, is about my classroom shop. It's basically the heart of my game. It's the place where most of the automation in my game takes place. If you haven't checked out my other videos, there's a video called The Class Economy. In my Class Economy video, I talked about how instead of just giving grades for my students, I also award XP, gold, and magic for good behavior. And with these currencies, my students can go to my class shop and they can purchase items, and each of these items will have an XP cost, maybe a gold cost, and a magic cost. Maybe some of them will just have a magic cost and maybe just a gold cost, and then the XP cost will be like what level they'll need to be. I'll kind of explain more about that in a second. Okay, so they do good stuff. I give them currencies, and with that currency they can go to the shop and they can purchase different items. And with these different items, they give them different privileges. So maybe this could be like, sit wherever you want. Maybe this could be like, listen to music. This could be like, sorry I was late to class. You gotta pay some money. Kind of understand what I'm talking about here? So that's kind of how the shop works. But there's a lot of ways you can kind of, that I can kind of play around with this. So one of the things I've done in the shop is, each item has a level cap. So what that means is that you have to be at a certain level to purchase that item. So this item could be like a level 2 item. And basically what that means is you have to have at least 200 XP to purchase this item, because each 100 XP gives you one level. Does that kind of make sense? So you can restrict certain items based on the student's power level. And the idea is as students progress through the year, they're gonna get more and more powerful. They're gonna level up. Therefore, they're going to be able to purchase items that they couldn't purchase at the beginning of the year. So it gives them a sense of progress. The second way that I've kind of done the restrictions is some items have a limit number. Right? That means that maybe there's only one of these items for the whole entire class and it's very expensive. Or maybe it's a limit based on how many items you have bought. So maybe every student's allowed to buy like 3 of these. Maybe it could be like a homework pass, or like get out of trouble, or any kind of thing that I don't want the students to use too often, but I still want them to use. I put a limit on it. It could be a class limit, like we only have 4 of these for the whole entire class for this whole year, or it could be an account limit, like you can only purchase 4 of this particularly for your account, and then other kids can also purchase up to that limit for their account. So those are the limits. And another thing that I've kind of done to make the shop automated is that I also have privileges. So students could buy class powers. So let's say that we have a student over here, and the student wants to listen to music. Well, first of all, they have to buy the music power. And if they buy the music power for the classroom now, they can buy items who have a restriction of having that music power unlocked for them to buy it. So if they don't have the music power unlocked, then when they click on the item, it'll say, sorry, you have to have music unlocked in order to buy this item. So it could be like, make your own playlist, or it could be something like, listen to my own music, or like, select the Pandora station. It could be like, just things that are related to music. You have to unlock the music power in order to like buy these items that are all related to music. That's kind of how the restrictions on classroom powers work. And another thing that's really cool that that works out is that whenever a student purchases an item, so it'll tell you how much it costs, how much the limit is, what are the restrictions, what level you need, all these different things. My system will automatically authenticate it. It'll be like, okay, do you have enough gold? Do you have the certain level you need? Do you have the power unlocked? It'll authenticate it, and then once they buy this item, it'll automatically deduct points from their account, which it's really cool because all I gotta do is kind of set up the infrastructure, and then it just kind of works throughout the year. And another thing that I've kind of set up is like, so some items you need the teacher to kind of give you a like approval, right? So like if a student wants to use a restroom, there's an item that they gotta use to buy that, so it'll cost some gold for them to do that, and there's a limit on how many restroom passes that I give for the year. So what happens is once they buy this item, an email gets sent to me, a notification saying, hey, this student wants to use the restroom, and I can just go approve or deny that, right? So it's kind of cool. So, and students know the certain times that I check my notifications. So like in the beginning of the period and at the end of the period, and you know, when students are working, I'll have my my email client on, and then I'll get all these notifications saying like, hey, this kid wants to, you know, use the restroom, or want to go get a drink, or like, hey, I want to buy a pencil, or I need to go charge my Chromebook, or I need to borrow something from the class, I need to talk to my friends, so I need to go to another, like all these different things where I actually have to give them permission. I'll get a notification sent to me. So, and my students know when I have the notifications turned on. So if I don't have the notifications turned on, they kind of wasted their resource, because I'm not gonna give them permission at that time. So it's kind of like training them like appropriate times to do a certain thing. So like if I'm in the middle of giving a lesson, I'm not gonna stop and check my notification so a kid could go to the restroom. That's just kind of weird, and like it's not appropriate for the age level. I don't know if this is all making sense. I'll do more videos on my classroom shop, and I'll actually do a video on how I've automated my systems, like on how to like give some of this out. I'll do another video on, and I'll do a screen cap of my class website where I'm like running all this stuff, where I've developed most of these systems, so you guys can kind of see what's going on too. All right guys, thanks a lot. I'll see you next time. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. There's gonna be a lot more of these videos coming out. I love you. Talk to you soon. Bye.